in, here! Oh boy! Good boy! Yeah! The recall or come command is one of the most important commands ever to teach your dog, both for the perspective of others and for your animal's safety. Unfortunately, it is the one command that most owners struggle with. The reasons for this are many. At the beginning, often is the word itself. Owners will have an 8-week-old puppy and start to use the word come without any association of that word at all. It doesn't take too long before the owners are going, Fido, come, 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 and repeating the word over and over and over, which takes away from the word itself. Secondly, what you'll find often is that owners will call their dog for negative things. They'll be in the park and the dogs are having a play and they go, Fido, come, and the dog may come to them happily. But the problem is they're clicked on a lead at that point and then they leave. It only takes 2 or 3 times for the dog to realize that coming to you is the end of playtime, and it's a negative, not a positive at all. Owners will call their dog to put them in a crate. Fido, come, as they're leaving the house, and the dog comes happily, and then they're put in a crate. The crate is not bad, but coming to you happily and then being put away while you leave is the negative. So be very, very careful that you're not calling your dog for negative things. Thirdly, and the worst thing, is punishment. I see this in the park all the time. A frustrated owner calling their dog, Fido, come! Fido, get over here! Fido, get over here now! And then the dog comes to them, slinks over to them, and then it's a bad dog. The dog is immediately punished for coming to the owner, which is the worst thing that can ever happen. It's important to understand that the come command is something that is going to evolve over months, not days or weeks. You really need to take your time with it and teach properly so the dog understands that coming to you is the best thing ever. I want a dog that hears the word come and runs into you, or hear whatever the word is, and runs into you like there is nothing more in the world at that moment. One of the other problems we have as well is that owners often teach the come command in a low drive. And what I mean by that is they might have the dog on a leash and go, Fido, come, and reel the dog in and give them praise or a pet. The problem with that is that is not going to counteract the high drive scenarios that you really need your come command to work in. Whether it's other dogs in the park, whether it's a squirrel running by, or whether it's people that you want your dog to ignore. It's really important to understand that in order for the come command to be reliable, it has to be taught in high drive. I want to show you how to use the holdback to teach that high drive come command in your dog. The holdback builds on a dog's natural reaction. If a dog is held back for any reason, whether it's they want to greet the people at the door or whatever the reason, it doesn't matter. We're building drive. So the moment that we pull the dog back and hold them by the collar, it just builds a desire to forge forward. We're going to use that principle to teach the come command, like I said, in the holdback. So what's required is we need somebody to hold our dog. So basically somebody is very neutral. All their job is to hold the dog and let the dog go once the owner calls the dog's name and whatever word we're using. So very, very important that that's all they do. It's very important that the owner or whoever's doing the recall gets the dog jazzed up. We got to go in front of the dog and basically let them smell food in our hand right to their nose and get them I want the pulling. I want the more pulling that happens, the better off we are, the more drive that is building. And at that crescendo, the owner is going to run away as they call the dog. As they call the dog, the person that's holding the dog lets them go. In that moment, what we have is we've built a crescendo where the dog is straining to get to them, but they can't. They're straining and straining, and then all of a sudden they're let go. That builds speed and desire. If we have speed and desire in our come command, we have a good chance of being able to combat all of the other distractions that are out there, like dogs and everything else. Because a recall that is 100% reliable, it doesn't matter what the distraction is. The dog will come every time. As your dog is coming to you, it's important to keep moving backwards. A dog is a prey animal, and giving them a target of movement is far more important than just being there placid. If all of a sudden the dog comes in that high drive and we stand there, we take all of that drive we've built and we deaden it as soon as the dog gets to us. It's also so important to have a multiple reward system here. This is not just one treat when the dog comes to you. We want to keep moving backwards and have a multiple reward system in the sense of 4 or 5 treats. So the dog gets here 1 treat, 2 treat, 3 treat, as we keep backing up. It's really, really important for the dog to realize that this is the best thing ever. Coming to you is the most important thing in the world.